Hi everybody, I'm Julie O'Clair. Well, some lessons are easy to teach kids, but when it comes time for them to learn about values like empathy and patience, it can be a little more difficult. Today we'll show you some ways you can teach these lessons through play though. So joining us now is the new editor-in-chief of Parents Magazine, Dana Point. Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you, it's great to be here.
It's so great to have you with us in the studio. So first of all, nagging really doesn't work. Lectures really don't work, but for some reason kids respond to learning through games and play. Is it because it's just so much more fun and they don't realize that they're learning?
Right, they internalize these lessons from these games without really even realizing it, and it's fun for the parent too.
So you have some great examples here. We'll start with the cheer up game. How does that work?
Right, the cheer up game is pretty easy. You just want to take some 8.5 by 11 sheets of paper and draw on it some sad expressions, things like sick or sad or mad, and then the children can pick, each of them can pick a piece of paper from the basket, hold up the sign, and try to act as if they feel this way. You know, they're not showing the other kids, and then the other kids are trying to figure out what's going on, and they're going to try to help the child who's mad or sad or sick. So they're going to be learning empathy, the idea that you can read another person's emotions simply by looking at how, you know, the look on their face, how they're acting.
What a great idea. Okay, an oldie but a goodie. This is one my kids love to play, especially when we're driving in the car, I Spy. And you say this teaches patience.
Absolutely. I Spy is a lot of fun. You pick someone to be the spy and they say, I spy something with my little eye and the color is whatever the color is, green. And then the other children and the driver or whoever take turns trying to guess what it is that the child spies. And this is teaching patience because you have to wait your turn, you have to listen to what other kids are saying, and then take your turn when you go and hope that you're right, and whoever picks what it is that the spy is seeing gets to be the next spy.
What age is a good age to start these games?
You know, I've played it with my kids from like 3, 4 on up.
And they just love it, I'm sure. Okay, the hot or cold game helps kids with cooperation?
Yes.
How do you play?
Hot or cold, choose an object such as a red ball or a small stuffed toy, and you give that to one child who hides it in the room, and then the others go out, and then the idea is that they come in and you say hot or cold depending on how close they are to the missing object. You can tell the kids, like, make your voice louder if they're near hot, colder if they're further away, and they get it pretty quickly. They get really excited. They start saying hotter, 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 and then suddenly the person finds the object, and then you take turns. The next
That's
person
when I played as a
hide.
little kid.
Yeah, it's lots of fun.
And another one we all probably played, Mother May I.
Mother May I. This is interesting. This teaches respect, which is really critical. And you would never think that when you're playing this old game. But basically the idea is you take turns. One child is the mother. And the mother takes turns going down the line of kids saying, you know, Susan, take one step forward. And then Susan has to say, Mother, may I? And then the mother can say yes or no. So let's say she says yes, Susan takes one step forward, but before she steps, she should say thank you. So she has to ask permission and then say thank you to Mother before she moves. And if she doesn't do those things, she gets sent back.
So it's sort of like Simon Says, but with a polite factor.
Exactly, and whoever gets closest to the mother gets to be the mother next time.
Oh, I like that. Okay, this is one the whole family can get involved in, to tell the truth.
To tell the truth, and obviously this teaches honesty. The idea here is that you are sort of experimenting with a phrase, a word. You want to say something that is true. And so the kids get a word out of the basket, and you might start the phrase with, I am sad, and the child says, I am sad when we don't have ice cream at lunch at school. And the idea is that they have to be genuine in whatever it is that they're saying, or I am mad when my brother Ben takes my toy. So that you're really encouraging them to be honest, even if it's uncomfortable.
Honesty, the best policy, always.
Yeah.
Next one is, I think, my favorite because it gets the kids involved in the chores around the house. This is called Sock, Sort, and Toss. Tell us about it.
I'm definitely going to be trying this at home.
Me too.
Okay, here when you get the laundry out of the dryer and you've got like those 40 pairs of socks that you always have, make sure you have the mates first of all, because you want the game to be fair. Then you take the socks, separate all the mates, put them all together in a basket, and the goal for the child is to combine the socks, like the two blue socks make a pair, And then you need to place some shoe boxes across the room, label them for the different members of the family, and the child tries to toss the sock into the shoebox for the appropriate family member. And the idea is they get the pleasure of, connecting the socks. It's kind of like a concentration game, and then putting them in, and they're learning responsibility. They're learning to take part in the family's activities, the day-to-day upkeep.
They learn responsibility, you get the laundry folded.
That's right.
Hey, it's a win-win situation,
Yeah.
right? I would love to be a kid in your house. It has to be a lot of fun.
Well, you have to ask my son.
That's very true, but I'm sure they just love these games. Dana, thank you so much. Great to have you in the studio. Thanks for the advice. And for more great parenting information, you can pick up a copy of Parents Magazine. And if you want to tell us about some of the great ways that you teach your children through play, send us an email at ideas@parents.tv. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you soon.